to Apex Racing TV for the ASRC World Sportscar Championship. Andrew Woodhouse here with you, James Nash on the cameras, and we're bringing you action from the Nurburgring Grand Prix circuit, no less. With there's no chicane. Does that mean no chicane on the back section? Yeah, it says no chicane anyway, regardless. I'm sure it'll be good regardless of that. Hello everybody, back here for another season. And it's a slightly different format to what we had previous seasons. It's actually gone to kind of the Le Mans car set. So we've got the HPDs, we've got the GTEs as well, the Ford and the Ferrari. Should be very interesting indeed. Just quickly then, the base car is coming in. We'll run you through some of the order and things later on. But for now, about to begin round one of the season. Julian Ribelow, car number 6, will lead us to the green. And he flies now. He didn't get a good start, and Hoogville is going to go through. Florent Hoogville, and then Lars Hug, and all this protectors just behind, into the hairpin. And Ribelow keeps the start. Keeps the lead at the start, I beg your pardon. And then Cornella is leading the way in the Ferrari, ahead of Martin Vossenberg in the Ford. And in third position is Marcus Schwartz. Love this circuit, of course, Nurburgring GP. One of my favourites, and I know the drivers enjoy it too. Down towards the Dunlop curve then for the first time. Going much quicker than you think around here. Ribelow hangs on to the lead. Hoogville then. Second place. Aldis Pateklis in third. Edward Lack fourth. Lars Hung down to fifth from third. Then Rolf Just and Ronald Moons in seventh. For the back section of the circuit then. Now through the DRS zone. Flat out right hand kink. Towards the chicane. It's not the traditional chicane, it's the... So it is the one that they use for the Nordschleife. Doesn't really help with overtaking purposes, I must admit, but does make the lap a little bit faster. We're on 1:42s in qualifying for these front runners. And Ribelow leading. Hoogville in second place. We get a little peek to the first corner. GTE then, René Cornella stretching the advantage over Martin Vossenberg. Over 1 second on the next, Marcus Schwartz. Chris Wood in fourth. Roel Huben in fifth. Marcel Seidel in sixth. Seventh, Dennis Biele. Kevin Furline in eighth position. Then Michael Blake in ninth. And 10th is Tim Perry. Of course, we had the previous season here in the ASRC. That was on Apex Racing TV, of course. Last season now, last iRacing season. It was very, very hotly contested. Can give you the standings for that as well. In prototypes, that was won overall by Ivan Ferrari with 116 points ahead of Luca Constantini and Edward Lack. GT1 was Joris Thielen, 150 points. Then in GT2, that's not right, is it, surely? Joris Thielen did compete in GT1 at one point, but Fabio Guzman took the win in that, ahead of Joris Thielen in who category? Yeah, we had a very good competitive season. And the entries have been opened up, so hopefully we'll see larger grids as the season goes on. Having a look then into turn one is Lars Hung. Edward Lack is in fourth position, and he's right behind Aldis Pateklis, and we've seen these two before in this series. Declan, the mad Latvian, it says on the side of his car. Well, we'll be the judge of that, I'm sure, throughout the series. Anybody new to prototype racing, as you see, Lars Hung now challenging Edward Lack. Look at the dust off line, goodness me. Get out with a regular racing line here. He will definitely suffer with a lack of grip, but now he's powering out of the Ford curve and into the Dunlop curve now. Trying to get a good exit and a late ape exit. Oh yes, he got anywhere to go, goodness me. Lack moves across and Hung ends up getting hung out to dry somewhat on the grass. And no lack of aggression from Edward in defending his position. Hung then will be looking to set him up, but it's very difficult to set him up now through this back section of the circuit because that chicane is much quicker than it has been previously when it was the NJK chicane. Got a great slipstream here, but not going to be enough because there's not a massive braking area now into that chicane. Feel it's going to be into turn one. A great exit now. Surely this is going to be it. Going to stay right tucked into the slipstream, close as he can to the rear wheel of the other HPD now. Up the inside was Lars Hung. Can he get it stopped? Can he get it turned in time? Yes, he can. A good move from him up to fourth position. Yeah, that's been coming for a couple of laps. Yeah, if you're new to endurance racing, well, good to see you taking this in, and you can see on the sides of the cars a bit of an indicator for you in that there are coloured lights indicating the position. One light is first, two lights is second, of course 3 lights is third. The HPDs and the GTEs have those lights on there. Just a bit of a visual indicator for us, for everybody watching at home as well. 1 hour race this as well, I haven't mentioned that so far. And yeah, these GTE cars, fantastic additions to iRacing. Raced them in the Le Mans 24 hours. We raced in the Ferrari, myself, Adam Bath and Alex Simpson. And yeah, it didn't go as well as we wanted to. We wanted it to go, but pretty good nevertheless. A lot of fun. Really a big challenge to get, you know, the run coordinated and the teamwork needed and things like that. And even in the testing, you know, you've got to get a setup that all the drivers can use well. And in this race, slightly different, of course, because it's only a 1 hour race. It's a bit of a sprint for these drivers if they're used to the endurance events. But the IMSA series being 45 minutes, so a tiny bit longer than that, of course. But the IMSA has been a roaring success since the GTE cars have been put in there as well. It was getting better, of course, much of 2016, the early part of 2017, but we were lucky enough to cover that here for a couple of seasons, you know, on Apex Racing TV. Yeah, now there's a battle for third going on. Declan having to defend from Lars Hung. It's good exits on the corners, doesn't he, Lars? They just maximise the exit speed and going to try again out of the Dunlop curve. Mistake by Pateklis means that Hung can get a run towards the Schumacher S. Here we go. Through that they come. Still pursuing his prey up towards the next left-right. 90-degree left, and then this opening right-hander leads on to, like I say, what would be the DRS zone in the Formula 1 race here. No DRS, of course, in these HPDs, but great slipstream. Lars Hung doing a super job, actually. He's not getting affected by the dirty air at all. Or at least if he is, he's driving through it. Got a good run here. if he's going to consider it. It's turn one, he's close enough for a lunge, but we're going to try that. I think the Teclis might have gone a tiny bit wide there. Yeah, it's a tiny bit wide. He was almost in Belgium. It was that wide. Can go a little bit wide at the first corner here, actually, because the way the corner's profiled, can gain some speed on the exit by going a tiny bit wide, but you of course lose some distance on the apex. Teclis trying his best to hold on, but you've got to wonder. I don't think he'll be able to hold on for an hour. And here we go. Then I think he's realised. Oh, he's fighting hard now on the outside. Oh. Close enough. There was some contact there, but it's very, very tight. Teclis really does say, well, no, you're not coming through it anytime soon. The last hung. Good battle this. Teclis sideways to Warsteiner. See what the slipstream's like for Lars Hung now. Car number 27. Very good, but not quite close enough, and quite an open chicane. This has taken over 100 miles an hour in these cars, close to the NGK chicane, which is just about 50 miles an hour. That tighter S that you see to the left. Got a good slipstream on the front straight now, but once again, can't get close enough in the crucial areas last hook to be able to get a move done. If there's anybody close together in the GTEs, the answer is not really. Everybody's spread out. Second or so. We need to stay with this battle for third. Teclis still defending. I wonder how long he's going to persevere with this for, because surely it's not making his job easy in terms of managing his tyres. And 46 minutes left. It's more than that, isn't it? 48 minutes left. Be a tall order to try and keep Lars Hung behind for that long. Especially on a circuit like this where can overtake. Fairly tricky in these HPDs, but it's definitely possible. Turn one especially. Julien Ribolot continues to lead, and it was important for him that he kept the lead at turn one, because the start wasn't very good. Florent Hugville was there in P2. Quite capitalise on it and take advantage, take the lead, but Ribolot manages to hold on, and here comes Hung again as Teclis. The mistake on the exit of the chicane. Edward Lack is in 5th, Rolf Just in 6th, sorry. Ronald Moon's in 7th, but here comes Lars Hung now. It's another opportunity. Time he goes very cautious on the turn in. Allows Teclis to go wide, suckers him in slightly. Teclis drifts up the circuit a little bit. Hung's looking for the inside. You can have a little dabble there if you're close enough. Terrific exits. He had a bad start, Lars Hung, but third fastest in qualifying. 42.8, just 4 tenths slower than pole position time of Ribolot. And 1.2 seconds quicker than oldest Teclis. I do apologise to the other drivers, but I really want to see what happens here. I really want to see what happens with this conclusion for the third place battle. Surely Lars Hung is going to be able to get away through soon. Very good defending by Teclis. He's quick where he needs to be, it seems. With that chicane just being widened, with the endurance chicane as such, the Nordschleife chicane, Takes away that major overtaking spot at the back of the course. The Coca-Cola curve. Looked like a good exit from Hung. Trying to use that slipstream, he's just not close enough, is he? To even put himself in a position where he can have a lunge on the brakes. Very quick, but cannot make a move and cannot make it stick. Round 1 of the ASRC Sportscar Series, Season 2, and there goes Aldous Protectus. He makes a mistake. Through goes Lars Hung, and I can't see him relinquishing that now. Not with the pace he's got. The twitch, wasn't it? For Aldous Protectus coming out of the arena section. Very, very easy to do. Just losing the rear a little bit, and that was all that Lars Hung needs. We'll see if anything that the Mad Latvian can do to get back to him. Oh, off was Hung. Well, there, oh, dear. Well, there he goes. Oh, Lars Hung must have been daydreaming or something, because that's into the Schumacher S. What happened there? What happened? Oh dear, he just got on the curb and he got high centered slightly, but threw him into the gravel, didn't he? What a strange incident. Did he lose any more places? It didn't look like it. Still in front of Edward Lack, albeit only by a second or so now. Bizarre. The hicks are plenty there. Protectless first and then Hung. René Cornella's having an absolute stormer in the Ferrari. He qualified in 8th position, he practiced in 8th position, and he's racing in 8th position. So you can't say fairer than that consistency by René Cornella. On his last lap he did a 151.309 compared to Marcus Schwartz in second place, and he's 151.5. A really good job that he's doing out front, Cornella. Schwartz likewise, Vosterberg. Those three are in the order that they started. The only real changes, well, there's a couple of slight changes. Chris Wood and Dennis Bielli have got positions since the start. Roel Huben and Marcel Seidel are the other way around as well, as are Michael Blake and Kevin Furline. Tim Perry, one lap down, still running, but just literally been lapped by the leaders. So we're just getting to that point now where Julien Riboulot is starting to pick off the GTE cars. It'll be interesting to see how he manages that traffic. However, there really isn't a lot of pressure on him at the minute, being 5.6 seconds in the clear. So he can take his time with the traffic. He doesn't have to take any unnecessary risks, as he is well and truly in control of this race. Laurent Hugville in second. Just in fact, that's 1.5 seconds slower. That lap. Teclis did 44.8. Quicker than Hugville. Hung did a 43.6. And that's quicker than the leader for Lars Hung. So definitely this pursuit of Protectless has helped him, but of course lost a couple of seconds with that off at the Schumacher chicane. Ronald Moons is catching Rolf Juice as well. 47.2 for Just. Moons 47.8. Well, a bit stationary, but there is I say battle, it's not really a battle, but more of a situation developing. In 9th place, second overall in the GTE category. Marcus Schwartz just like 1 second ahead of Martin Vosterberg, who looks like he's coming back strongly in the 4GT. And then Chris Wood and Dennis Bielli about 1 second apart as well. Go on board then with the 4GT driver, Dennis Bielli. And we'll see what he can do over this lap, and I'll talk you through the circuit itself. Then towards turn 1, down the hill, heavy braking, heavy camber on the inside as well. You see sometimes the car lifts, even goes in the air. Go right towards the inside. Then the arena section, Mercedes arena. First corner, the car wants to understeer badly wide. Come on, very tight. Seems to go on forever. You need to hug the inside. Make sure you get a good exit here out of turn 4. Fast left-hander at the Ford curb. And these cars are looking at only about 70 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour. Oh, look at the gravel and things being kicked up by Chris Wood. He shows us the way around this Nurburgring GP. Dunlop curve. Lots of different lines. You can do a late apex, you can do a diamond shape, you can just run all the way around the inside. You can do anything you want, really, and they're all much of a muchness. There isn't really one that's much to do. Michael Schumacher-esque, very, very fast. Almost flat out in most cars. And this 90 left, it's tricky. Sometimes you can run wide. It's no big deal if you do, but it is a big deal if you run wide here, because gravel awaits you, and that's very nearly what happened to Dennis Bielli. Through, like I say, where the DRS zone would be, through the fast kink at the back of the circuit, into this chicane. Now, the speed here, well over 100 miles an hour, 120 miles an hour nearly on the exit. Coca-Cola curve. Again, different lines, similar to Dunlop. You can go wide, you can go narrow, do a diamond shape, a little bit of everything. Come across, it's a 51.3. And he is the fastest man on the track, Dennis Bielli. Well, he must be watching the stream, he must know that I was watching. It's a fantastic lap. Very, very good indeed. And his personal best lap of the race. Fastest man out there. And he's actually goes right in to Chris Wood with that excellent lap as Dennis. See what he can do to try and get past him. Wood's Ferrari spitting loads of stones at us and various detritus that's been picked up on the side of the circuit. Still doing it, look. Getting absolutely showered here. Dear me. Hard on the brakes and into Dunlop. This time the wide line employed by Bielli. Oh, he got a poor exit. Too much gravel on the exit of the Schumacher S. We saw Lars Hung come to grief earlier on there when he hit too much curb. Not so much in the GTE cars. Pretty close now to the rear of Bielli. I mean the rear. I meant the rear of Chris Wood's car, but oh, there goes the leader below. Already lapping the third and fourth, the fourth and fifth place cars in this category. Bielli's close now, but Wood keeps getting good enough exits just to make sure they can't really threaten. It's a reasonable slipstream in this Ferrari, but GTE category in general, but not a lot doing for him there. Waiting for that mistake. He saw one, but as often happens, is he gets sort of not follow the car in front. They make a mistake. Very close now. Wow. Out of the arena section then. Chris Wood will be wondering, how can I get rid of Dennis Bielli? Well, probably needs an extra quarter of a second, 3:10 to lap, in order to make Bielli an afterthought here. Benelux driver versus the British driver, Chris Wood. Did him in the Club 73 Touring Car Championship and the Old Club Series as well, I believe. Massive understeer, massive through the Dunlop curve for Bielli. Didn't get the line right at all. Oh, I think he was trying to move out of the way actually for the HPD. Now that we see the HPD coming through of Hugville. That second place man. Lars Hung has got past Aldous Pateklis. I didn't see that on the on the camera what happened to Botekles. This looks like it's they're actually side by side. No, it's not. So Lars Hung was through already before the end of the previous lap. He's up into P3, so good stuff from him. No retirement so far. I'm pleased about. I didn't think there'd be many, really, considering the size of the field, but it's always nice to see everyone driving cleanly. I don't even think we've seen any contact. I don't know whether to be pleased about that or not. Really, with... Oh, Hugeville loses the back end into the hairpin. That's another couple of seconds gone. This fight with Ribelot. He just got hard on the brakes. I think he locked the rear. Let's have a look. Yeah, he did. He just got on the dirty stuff as well, which does not help. Not a lot of adhesion there for him, and yeah, locking the rears, going into a half spin. Lap 15 then of the ASRC World Cup Sports Car Series here at the Nurburgring GP circuit. Andrew Woodhouse alongside James Nash on the cameras, and quite a good race so far, hasn't it? We've got been good in terms of the driving standards, at least. Anyway, not a lot of action on the not a lot of action on the circuit itself. A couple of battles really. Protectors versus Hung was a good one. Here we go. Pielli is trying to go through on Chris Wood. As soon as I say that, it always happens, doesn't it? There's Dennis Pielli having a look at the inside, but again, there's not really a lot of a braking area now into that chicane. That just illustrates that perfectly. Into the pits comes the Ferrari from 4th position. Chris Wood blinking early then. What will he be doing? I don't imagine he'll be taking any tyres, but we'll see what he does. Be interesting. Maybe they'll get some brand spanking new Michelins. So you hit the box, Chris, don't miss it. We've all done it. Now, where's he going to come out? Michael Blake just going through, as is Kevin Furline. Tim Perry's got the final corner to negotiate first. Out comes Chris Wood, and he's behind, just behind Kevin Furline. Look at that. Fuel for Wood, I would imagine. Didn't look like he took any tyres. So much dirt and dust around the circuit. It's amazing how it all collects, even when you don't think it will. When there's not a lot of cars running, sometimes it's just going to be very, very dusty. And here we go then. Kevin Furline makes a mistake. Chris Wood is going to try and go the inside here. Feel that he needs to do this quickly, because otherwise it's just negating that pit stop. Honestly, be in trouble anyway with the extra fuel. Here he goes then. He's got a good run into Dunlop, but again, Furline's got lighter car at this point in the race. Good exit by Wood. Now he has to have a little dab of the brakes into the Schumacher S. He does run a slightly better line on the first part, but misreads the second part, it looks like. Furline doing a good job to defend. Again, he doesn't have to let him through. He's not being lapped. Yes, they're on completely different strategies, but if you want to stay in front of another driver, you're perfectly entitled to, and you're on the same lap, of course. And Dennis has had a problem. Dennis Yelly. What's happened there to the Ford driver? Didn't the Coca-Cola curve? Let's have a look. Oh, just loses the rear, but he wishes it was Pepsi, which is better anyway. Other soft drinks are available, of course. Yeah, that was a problem for Dennis Bailey. That means he's only just a tiny bit ahead of Marcel Seidel, actually. A couple of seconds, but should be okay to pull away again once he gets going. So far it's just, oh, side by side, Vossenberg and Marcus Schwartz just for second position. Oh, dear me. Vossenberg's had good pace in the Ford GT so far. Slightly better pace than he showed in qualifying. He did qualify third. Not selling him too short, I think, but his race pace looks very good here. 1 hour race, of course. We are just at half distance here in the ASRC World Sports Car Series here on Apex Racing TV. Andrew Woodhouse and James Nash bringing you the action from Season 2. First round of Season 2, no less. Look at the fast chicane now. Don't get me wrong, that's a very good corner to drive that final chicane, but it does take away, like I say, what I think is an excellent overtaking opportunity into the NGK chicane. It's a good slipstream as well, does Vossenberg into the hairpin. There's different lines as well here, you see that often. Many people attacking the arena section differently. Very close here, isn't it? Must be only a tenth or so in it. Oh, a bit of a twitch, but he got a cracking exit, did Marcus Schwartz. Brilliant driving. What's that? It's HBD. Dead with laugh. Just breeze past here, is he? Get one. It's going to be one. Oh, he goes up the inside of the second one. Oh! And it opens the door for Vossenberg. Oh! Brilliant opportunism there from Vossenberg. Saw the door open. Marcus Schwartz, I don't know if he went to sleep a little bit there, but Vossenberg, fantastic. Into second place. Can he keep it though? Because Schwartz has got an excellent exit. On that downhill section, he's right in the slipstream. Don't know if he's got enough track to work with though. He's gaining still. Oh, Vossenberg! Sideways, he really gave it all he had through that chicane. See what sort of exit Schwartz can get. Pretty good. Don't think he's close enough to really get anything done into this first corner. Not on this lap anyway, I don't think. Both men very hard on the brakes here. Not a massively tough track on brakes, especially with the chicane being removed, but don't want to be overheating those too much. Good driving from both men though, isn't it? Vossenberg and Schwartz. Second and third in the category. Absolutely brilliant. Schwartz is not giving up, I'll say that. Not getting dropped by Vossenberg. The Ford may be edging away ever so slightly, but it's very marginal. Around this back section of the circuit seems to be where Schwartz is stronger. The Schumacher-esque now. A slightly cleaner run through the corner, named after the great 7-time world champion. Oh, off goes Vossenberg. Well, he's completely missed that one. That just proves you can't trust your sat-nav, doesn't it? Maybe. Sent him all manner of places, apart from the right place, which was the left-hander. Don't really know what happened with it. Have a quick look at that back, actually, to be honest, because I'm about as baffled as the rest of you are, I think. Let's have a little look. I'm on board with him. Let's see what he sees. Oh, he missed it by so much. By a lot. Weird, it didn't look like he braked especially late, but it didn't work out for him, I'm afraid. Dennis Bailey's on the move again, and Huben, he just eases off the brakes there and allows Bailey to go through. Up into fourth for him. Was there, wasn't he, before his spin? Michael Blake going decently in the Ford GT. I know he's an Aston Martin man, usually. He was quick in that in season 1, but new beast, this Ford GT. Great livery on that as well. It's like the old 2000 Minardi. I hope you've seen the same one at home that I've got. Yeah, so 25 minutes to go then. ASRC Sportscar Series here at the Nurburgring. And I'm pleased to say I'm going to have Sam Kumo joining me in just a couple of minutes' time, which is excellent news. The last 20 minutes, I don't have to talk to myself, which is great. I'm sure it's great for all you guys at home as well. And Rolf Just and Ronald Moons are very close together, about 6/10 of a second. That battle's been getting just a little bit closer, hasn't it, every lap? Ronald Moons just a little bit quicker at the minute. In fact, he was 5/10 quicker on that previous lap. Have a look at the lap times. That was a better lap from Rolf Just, wasn't it? That was a great lap by both of these drivers here. They're really pushing hard now. Both of them lapping the Ferrari. Marcel Seidel. Yeah, I think this is where the action's going to be for the moment. Ossenberg versus Schwartz, I reckon, will come back to us in a few minutes at least. Oh, here we go, mistake. Mistake by Just. Here comes Ronald Moons. Try and go around the outside. Oh, hello. Oh, very nice. But Just has got the outside for the next one. Oh, really good. There's so much dirt on the outside. Barely drive through that. The Dutchman can't take advantage. Yeah, Just remains in 6th. Ronald Moons remains in 7th. Still had no retirement so far, I'm very pleased to say. Kevin Furline is currently last. I believe he's been in the pits though, has he? No, he hasn't. He's just had an accident or a spin, I think it was. A couple of laps ago, so he's now behind Tim Petty. Just versus Moons is going to carry on, I think, for a little while. Oh, here we go. Thought he was looking at the inside there. He was trying to go through the middle, to be fair. Oops. They're lapping the Ford of Huben. Ronald Moons is making a meal of this infield section. Moment Ribolo leads by 10.3 seconds. Both the leaders in the pits now, though, Ribolo and Hugville. Lars Hung is in from 3rd. Ribolo is away. See how quickly Florent Hugville is able to pursue him. Particularly Sato is away. I think that might have been a slight improvement. Who knows? It's pretty close. Gaining a little bit of time, I think, there for Florent Neuville. See what the timing says at the end of the lap. Pleased to say that Sam Kubo joins me now. Sam, how are you doing?
Hey, hi, hey Andrew, and hello everyone. Yeah, I just saw you here all by your lonesome, and could not resist. Had to join in for the fun.
Well, why not? We've got 20 minutes left. Amazingly, no retirements so far, and some pretty decent racing going out on the circuit. Actually, no battles for the lead, unfortunately. The leaders are running away with it somewhat, but everything else has been pretty good. There was a great battle for third in the HPDs earlier on, which is now they're now about 10 seconds apart now, and then there is a battle shaping up, in fact, for second place in the GTE between Marcus Schwartz and Martin Vosserberg. So that's Ford versus Ferrari in that one.
Yeah, I was just looking at that one, the Ferrari versus Ford, and just looking at the field, there's unusually high amount of force in this race. That's not what you usually see in the IMSA series that I've been running.
Yeah, 5 Fords, 4 Ferraris. Good job pointing that out, actually. I've not really thought about that, to be fair. Yeah, Ford looking pretty popular in this series. I think it was a fairly popular choice at Le Mans, but yeah, quite a different car to drive than the Ferrari, certainly.
Yes, there was some initial issues with the cars, but I think most of those have been fixed. There is some setup works that you need to work around with, but it's very nice car to drive. It's really suited for any kind of high-speed cornering and straight on, whereas Ferrari is more nimble of the two.
Yeah. Ferrari seems very stable as well. I do like. There's a sub-nutter outside my house revving something quite loudly. Which, you know, at least you're getting the proper sound effects in the background. There's nothing I can do about that, ladies and gentlemen. But,
yeah, that's the enhanced sound.
It is. This is the Foley, the Foley department. Marcus Schwartz is just ahead now of Vosserberg. Vosserberg is gaining just a little bit every lap, isn't he? 1/10 or so. 51.4 for Schwartz. 51.9 for Vosserberg. I was going to mute the microphone, but now I've just decided I'm just going to wait until he leaves and see if you can hear it, because there's some idiot outside. Very, very loud. As Vosserberg, look how close he's getting through Dunlop, Sam.
Yeah, it looks like Vosserberg was catching up every single lap, but now that he is behind Schwartz, now he just needs to pick his spot. Overtaking these cars is not actually very easy. The braking is the most challenging bit, and if you overshot it even slightly, just looking up, it can really upset your line, and you really need to be prepared to make those moves.
It's only been very slight improvements from Vosserberg every lap. The gap hasn't been massive throughout the proceedings.
Yeah, just looking at the lap times, previous lap time was significantly slower than his two previous ones. So let's see, and again, now it seems like Vosserberg is falling back slightly. So maybe his car just isn't balanced properly in that dirty air.
Could be struggling in a straight line as well. Which is possible. There is quite a difference really that you can make to the setup of the straight line speed of these cars, and maybe Vosserberg just struggling for that sort of top end speed. I've just discovered it's a quad bike, so there you go. Make of that what you will. Let's have a look then. Lap 24. And Florent Neuville did get the lead down to 8.9 seconds in the pits, so gained about 1.5 seconds through that pit stop phase. So that was good from him. And that last lap, he was actually a lot quicker as well by 1.6 seconds. I felt that might be where that time gain has come from. Low lap for Julian Ribelow.
Yeah, there is also a battle going on for the 4th place in the HPDS between Wood, Harris and Lack. And also between Blake and Wood in the GTs for 14th place overall.
So Wood's been in the pit. Wood's been
we
in the
definitely
pits,
have battles going on.
And then Blake hasn't been in the pits yet, so... I'm guessing they have to make a stop. I mean, surely they have to make a stop. I wouldn't imagine they can make it, because they've only got a 70% fuel limit, so I'm pretty sure it's impossible to make it.
Yeah, no, not with the 70% you cannot make it, because full tank is just about an hour in Le Mans.
Yeah, with the full tank, exactly.
Yes. I mean, the Ford has a larger tank, but it also has a higher fuel consumption.
Ah, okay. So, yeah, that'll explain it then. So Michael Blake will have to come into the pits at some point, the series admin, unless he wants to run out of fuel, which I'm sure he won't want to do a John Lacey and make people absolutely furious. But I'm sure he won't do that. Marcus Schwartz is just hanging on to second place here. Like I say, there wasn't a lot in it in qualifying. And in fact, Sam, Schwartz out-qualified Vossenberg by 0.3 of a second, but it looks like in the race, he's got the... Looks like in the race he's very, very quick, is Vossenberg.
Yeah, Vossenberg is really on it now, sliding the car. Though if you have traction control on with the Ford, you really don't want to be sliding the car around because it kills your speed. Yeah. And unlike in the Ferrari, you also have this kind of sideways, almost like a track stability control in the Ford.
Yeah.
So that will really hurt your speed if you start sliding against and fighting against that stability control.
That's true, actually, and Vossenberg finding that out there in the last few corners. He is still gaining though. He's coming back a little bit again. I'm surprised though, considering Schwartz out-qualified him, that really the pace hasn't been there. But I guess that Vossenberg must just have a better race car underneath him than Schwartz. Remember, it's different. I mean, of course, Sam, it's much different setting a car up for qualifying than it is for an hour race.
Yes, but fortunately with these GT cars, the difference are not as huge compared to, let's say, the McLaren F1. So for most of the time, just setting the right heights, increasing tire pressures and lowering the fuel, that will get you there like 90%.
Yep. Still got to drive it well, and I suppose one of the things for an hour race is what we talked about with a lot of the endurance racing in Le Mans and things like that, is that you've really got to... It's about who can be as close to their potential as possible during their stints, and even in a 1 hour race that definitely comes into it.
Oh, sorry to cut you off there, but we may have lost Michael Blake.
Ah.
And there he is again.
He's back, but he might... No, he's gone again. He's back. I think he's back properly now.
Yeah, Chris Wood is really not liking this one.
Mostly,
that was close
Blake's
one.
into the pits. I think he's realised. He's definitely realised there's a bit of trouble for himself here. Poor connection, it looks like. And Michael Blake. That was the obvious statement of the century, wasn't it? Poor connection. It looks like it's definitely a poor connection for Blake, and limping his way into the pits. If he might even reset his connection while he's there, because he's not particularly good. Marcel Seidel has pitted from third, and he now lies in sixth, it looks like, in the GTE category. Rene Cornell, meanwhile, is miles in front. He's coming out of the Dunlop curve. The rest, then... Oh, wow. In fact, I don't think he's pitted yet, either.
Who? Rene?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at least on my screen it says that he has pitted
for
8.8 seconds.
Maybe he's just pitted now. In that case, he's miles in front. That is the case. He's at the DRS zone. Marcus Schwartz is just coming into the pits. Unless Schwartz has just overtaken him. Maybe Schwartz has just taken the lead.
Yeah, I can just confirm that Rene has pitted on this lap. So this is his own lap.
Okay, it just really didn't... Yeah, I really didn't see that, so apologies. But yeah, Cornella then regains the lead from Schwartz and
Sports Pits.
Bosserberg in as well, so it's going to be a fantastic battle. Coming out of the pits, who's gonna get there first? Oh, it's just the Ferrari. They leave with just about the same gap that they did when they came in.
And looks like exactly the same pit stop time at 10 seconds.
Raoul Huben was in 4th position, he still is. Is he going to get out in front of Dennis Bielli? No, he's not. And Chris Wood, in fact, has gone through. So now Wood up into... will be 4th, wouldn't it, for Chris Wood?
Yeah, that would be 4th in the class.
Excellent. Edward Lack getting quite close to all this Pateklis as well, who hasn't particularly had a wonderful second half of the race, I must admit.
Yeah, getting close, 6 tenths between them right now. Closing it slightly, but not quite close enough to make any moves yet.
Close though. Oi! Fairly close to the back through the arena section. Lack's trying to set him up now. Coming out of there. Pateklis never seemed to be that good coming out of the arena. Where he initially lost it actually in order to let Lars Hung through. About 10 minutes to go maybe. And yeah, how long can Aldis Pateklis hang on to 4th position? Well, I'm not 100% sure that he can.
Yeah,
but it looks
right
like
now he doesn't need to make any aggressive defensive moves. But if Lack gets even closer than that, then he might need to start watching his mirrors.
Well, it looks like his speed relative to Edward Lack is better than what it was to Lars Hung, so he's got a better chance of keeping him behind, I think. But it's whether Lack can find a good overtaking place. Obviously, turn 1 is the most likely.
Yeah,
but
into the chicane that can also work, although it is a bit higher risk because there is enough room to go 2x2.
I was saying before the race, Sam, and at the start of the race, that the chicane on this layout, being the one used for the Nordschleife, basically takes away that overtaking opportunity at the back of the circuit.
Yeah, it's not as easy compared to the slower chicane version that we can also have.
Because that's a fast corner now. That's nearly 100 miles an hour now.
Yeah, especially on these HPDs.
Yeah.
On the GDs you do need to brake a little bit more, but it is still very fast.
Going to be a good battle to watch though for the last few minutes of the race. The battle, sadly, not for the podium, but still a good battle nevertheless.
Yeah, also a good battle for the 4th place in the GDs between Wood and Leja. Only 4 tenths between them, and now they have traffic from behind.
Who's that? That is Lars Hug. Oh, I tell you,
and this might compromise.
Yeah.
Well, not too badly. I don't think Chris Wood really lost any time there.
Yeah, that was much better than I thought it would be for him. It looked like he got pushed well wide, but Bielli, for whatever reason, he just could not get the speed going. Really, could not get the top speed on Chris Wood there. Try and get through.
Oh, and look at this for the second place in the GDE. That's Rosenberg and Schwartz. Schwartz is all over the place here. Now the gap is less than a second.
Oh wow, yeah, he completely messed up the arena section. No, he didn't. It's okay. Got a good exit anyway. Certainly got a good exit. He keeps doing that, he should be able to stay in second place.
Yeah, it looks like Schwartz really lost time now with the HPD of Lars Hund. Or is it Lars Hund coming behind them? I believe I just saw HPD in front of Schwartz.
Oh yeah, it's Rolf Just. Rolf Just, who somehow is back in front of Ronald Moons, so I don't know what happened to Ronald.
That is on my time screen. It looks like Moons has had a very long pit stop of 37 seconds, so possibly some repairs there, or maybe he accidentally took the tires as well.
Ah, okay. Rebelo is walking away with this 11 seconds. Is the advantage for him. 1:43.6 on the last time round. His fastest lap for a while, that actually. That's his fastest lap since lap 18. And we're now on lap 32.
Yeah, just completely in the league of its own.
Yep. I think it's been like that. He didn't get a very good start, but what it did, he did maintain it. He fought hard through turn one. To be honest, after that, he hasn't really had much of an issue. Chris Wood and Dennis Bailey looking to try and fight over this fourth position. At least with Dennis Bailey would like to do that. Chris Wood doesn't want to be fighting over it. Where's the HPD gone? Oh, there he is. He went very wide, didn't he? Who was that? Boons, isn't it? How far wide did he go? Dear me, he went off into the gravel. He was that far wide.
Oh, he just overshot the braking while trying to overtake.
By a lot. That was a big one.
Yeah, might have gotten surprised by the dirty inside line in the turn one.
It's very dirty offline in this entire racetrack actually at the moment. And that's definitely not helping the drivers out there. Oh, Bielli's got a good run, but now he's going to have to yield to the HPD. Bielli's late on the brakes, he's trying the outside. Again, like Sam said, it's very filthy on the outside there. What's it going to be like for Chris Wood when he's lapped by the HPD? Oh dear me, well, that's not good for either of them, that really. Wood's offline, Ronald Moons is off. Very close for Dennis now. This
Liegi has a good run here.
Here comes HPD though. Oh,
please don't make it 3 wide.
Squeaky bum time here for Boteklis, but he manages to get through on the inside. But that kind of ruins any chance that Bielli had. In fact, I think Bielli is really struggling for straight line speed with Chris Wood because he's had a couple of good runs now and absolutely nowhere near by the end of the straight.
Yeah, Liegi might have some like aero damage. The board is very sensitive to that, especially the side boards and the board.
I've just realised I've been saying his name wrong all this time. Thanks, Sam, for that. Anyway,
no worries.
Not only did I not sleep very well last night, I now can't read either for good measure. As this particular laps Ronald Moons. Dennis Blagey, sorry about that. Dennis. Vossenberg versus Schwartz looks like it's pretty much over. Again, I could be wrong, but it doesn't quite look like Martin's going to make his way back. But yeah, it's going to be a tall order, I think, from there. Still no retirements, which is still fantastic. Kevin Furline, the last of the 17 runners.
He might be fast, but at least, well, his car doesn't seem too bad, so there's a little bit of damage to the right side of his car, but he's at least able to just carry on.
Yep. Oh yeah, I don't think there's been a single major accident in this race, which is very good going, really, for all the drivers. We can't be far left now. Do we know exactly? I haven't got the exact time, I do apologise, but I don't know.
1 minute 30 on the clock right now.
1 minute 30, thank you. So where's Rebelo then? It's 2 more laps in. And the next one. Was Julien Rebelo. Man from France. Like I say, didn't get away very particularly well. He kind of dawdled on the rolling start. didn't really go on the green as he would have liked. Florent Hugville nearly managed to get through, but Ribelot, he was too good in turn 1, and then he maintained that all the way through the race. And he just has about 8 kilometers to go now in this ASRC Sportscar Series, round 1 of season 2.
And I don't have the entry sheet with me right now, but are Ribelot and Hugville teammates?
Would imagine
Because at
so,
least on my screen it appears that they have the same bike shop.
Yeah, it looks like it's likely they are both French, of course, and in the same livery, very similar helmet. So it's a good chance. It's a good chance that they are. I mean, I don't know
Well,
that
whatever
for sure.
kind of setup, whatever kind of setup they have, it's certainly working for them.
Try and clear that one up for next month. Edward Lack's having terrible problems with his connection. I wonder if he'll even make it to the end. Having awful trouble out there. Vossenberg still can't get anywhere near Schwartz. I think Schwartz has just picked up the pace a little bit. When he needed to, really. 52.0 last time. Vossenberg 52.9. Pushing hard in the Ford GT.
Yeah, his previous lap time was way slower. Just out of curiosity, checking the speeds of them. Let's see, Schwartz. Well, there is not really a difference in the top speed, at least as far as I can tell.
Yeah, they seem very evenly matched, these two. I reckon Dennis Blagey does have less top. Well, no, the top speed is pretty much identical, but Blagey, that's him in the slipstream, so just really not gaining at all. But a slight mistake by Chris Wood, but again, he's not in the position to deal with it. But Ribelot, then this could be the last lap. Going to come through the final chicane. Over 120 miles an hour. Pretty crazy. A chicane like that through the Coca-Cola curve for the final time. And France's Julien Ribelot wins in Germany. Takes round 1 of season 2 of the ASRC World Sportscar Series. Florent Hugville coming through in second place. About 13 seconds, is it? 12.8 seconds behind his countryman, Ribelot. Lars Hung, the final corner to negotiate. The HPD. He comes through and finishes third. Rene Cornella takes victory in the GTE category. And it's just been an absolute masterclass from him. He only qualified 2/100ths of a second quicker than Marcus Schwartz. But in the race, he's half a second quicker than everyone else. Fantastic stuff. Marcus Schwartz, speaking of him, he is going to come through and take P2 with Martin Vossenberg in third. Going to be Chris Wood. It's not going to be Chris Wood, it's going to be Dennis Blagey. Going to be the Benelux man. Takes it away from the UK and Ireland driver. Blagey will be very happy with that. Fourth position. Then Chris Wood in fifth. Roel Huben coming around the final corner now. Finish in sixth. Marcel Seidel and him in seventh.
Great race there. And I can just tell you that James Blagey, he did overtake Chris Wood on that final lap into the downward curve, or whatever that hairpin is at the bottom of the hill.
Oh, the Dunlop curve, yes.
Hmm.
Oh, did he get him into there? Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
that's not a place that you usually see passing. Let's have a look and see. Well, I wonder if James can get a replay of that potentially. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah. Let's have a look. Wood, did you just make a mistake? Yeah, he went wide. Blagey up the inside. And then they went side by side up the hill towards the Schumacher S, and Blagey managed to clear him for that ridiculously fast left-right combination. So
yeah,
that
Chris
is...
tried to Crystal to come back, but just didn't get the chance to do it.
Yeah, that is a nice present on the final lap there for Dennis Blagey. But it's at the end of this race, at the end of the first round of the season, the ASRC Sportscar Series, it's Julien Ribelot and Rene Cornella that are the top dogs on this particular occasion here at the Nurburgring. We will join you again for this next month here on Apex Racing TV. It's usually the second Monday of every month that you'll join us for the ASRC. Join us again later on tonight when it's it's kind of tomorrow morning, I guess, 2 a.m. for an endurance race of the Ricmatech Sports Car Series. We'll see you very shortly for that one. I'm off to get some sleep, but from all of us here at Apex Racing TV, from Andrew Woodhouse, from James Nash, and thanks to Sam Kumo as well for stepping in at the last moment. Goodbye from the Nurburgring. We'll see you later.